So I'm going to try to talk to you guys as much as I can with this clean with me. I might talk about a couple random things besides the clean with me. I don't know, this video's long, so we're just gonna go with it. As you can see, I'm taking all of the bedding off. The only thing that I'm leaving on the bed is the actual mattress protector, but everything else is coming off because I'm gonna do like a couple loads of laundry. I didn't film me doing laundry because it's a little awkward here. I have filmed a couple times, but usually the hallways are filled with people, and yeah, we do share the washer and dryer. I've said this before. I know there was a couple comments saying how disgusting that is with sharing a washer and dryer with a bunch of people. I'm not here to judge, and neither should you. I have grown up with sharing a washer and dryer my entire life, whether it's at the laundromat or in apartment buildings like this, and I am just grateful that I'm able to have clean clothes. So careful what you say, because you just never know where your life might take you. So it's best not to judge. And there's nothing wrong with sharing a washer and dryer. I've never encountered anything crazy except one day growing up, like I think I was like 17, we had turns. Once when we got our license, we had turns taking my sister's car. She was the only one that had a car back then, and we took turns taking her car while she was at work to do laundry for the entire house at the laundromat. And the only weird thing that I ever encountered is that all of our clothes caught on fire with the dryers at the laundromat. Like everything that we owned caught on fire, and the laundromat reimbursed us. I think they gave us like $700 for my sister's clothes, my other sister's clothes, my mom's clothes, and like towels, which there was a decent amount of money back then. But anyways, not to make the story long, but that's like the only crazy thing that I encountered when it comes to like using a dryer, and that's because the workers weren't cleaning out the vents, so that's why all of our stuff caught on fire. So yeah, that's that story. But anyways, speaking of laundry, this is how many loads that I'm doing. I try to separate them because as much as I would love to do everything all together, the washers here are pretty small, and then the load becomes unbalanced. So when the load becomes unbalanced because you stuffed it too much, then everything comes out pretty soaked. So I learned my lesson, needless to say, and while I was washing one load of clothes, I sprayed down the bathroom as you guys seen, and now I'm just rinsing everything off. So I give it like 10 minutes. This stuff is very potent, by the way, so that's why I like to close the door with the fan on and just give it some time to settle, and then I will rinse it off. I gave up cleaning the grout. I know you guys could probably see it. It's like black again. I swear I clean it I was cleaning it every 2 weeks, and I give up at this point. So that's that. Along with the toilets, like the hard water is really bad here. So within the toilet tank, I do buy these like bleach pods from Clorox. They're made for the toilet. They're made for severe hot water. By the way, I did not know when my gloves were this day, so that's why I wasn't wearing gloves, but I was washing my hands, so don't worry. But yeah, with the toilets, I feel like the Clorox pods are working pretty well when it comes to the hard water, but I still have to scrub the toilet every, like, I don't know, Sunday. And when it comes to like everything that's in the shower, everything has soap scum. So all the soap suds that you guys are seeing and like everything in the sink is just from, you know, hard water buildup, soap scum, everything just sitting on these bottles. So try to wash your bottles once a month because they get pretty disgusting. at the end of the month. By the way, I purchased a couple months back this like soap holder. The reason why, well, there's a couple reasons why I purchased this soap holder. It was super cheap. I think I paid like $5 for it on Amazon. But the main reason why I purchased it was because the water was making my soap bars disappear so fast with it just like lingering around. And then also like the soap was like, when it was like on the cage part, it was making the cage rust. So the rust was going onto my soap bars. So now I put my soap bars in this little soap holder and it works great. I don't close it all the way so it can get some kind of air. But lately it's been working great. I clean it once when a soap bar is done, I clean it out and then replace it with another one. But this is everything that we use in the shower. It's very simple, just shampoo, conditioner. My boyfriend has his own body wash. I use the soap bar because I like it. It's good for my sensitive skin and it's cheaper. And then like a scalp scrubber, and then of course we use like, you know, like a body scrub for the exfoliating days, and that's basically it. So pretty simple. I try to keep like every routine, even my cleaning routine, as simple as possible because I mean, I hate to like talk your ears off with this, but with inflation, the more things you use for a routine, whether it's makeup, skincare, cleaning, the more money you're going to spend each month because you're trying to keep up with that routine. So the least amount of products I use, the better. I know it's so weird to see an influencer say that because us influencers, well, I don't even consider myself an influencer, but if you want to call me that, whatever. I consider myself a content creator because I technically don't really influence you guys to buy products a lot. I stick with the bare basics because of how high everything is in price. And you know, financial anxiety is real and we're all going through it, even though you don't see it online. Like you won't necessarily see someone talk about it, but best believe everyone is going through this financial situation, you know, these hard times. So the least amount of products you use is the least amount of products you have to purchase each month, or each year I should say. And on the side note, like, do you guys ever feel when it comes to these wires, like we're in 2023, I really thought by now wires would be a thing of the past, but here we are hiding a bunch of wires. And in the past I've had like wireless chargers and they only last, I want to say like 5 to 6 months they would only last. So we always stick with the wire chargers because they seem to be the best. But like literally everything is still wire, like the blenders, everything, even all my gear is powered by wires. And I really thought like 5 years, 6 years ago, like by now everything would be wireless. And sometimes I feel like we're so behind with technology. But yeah, maybe I'm not the only one feeling that way. Do you guys feel like wires should be a thing of the past? Even though like ironically I'm actually doing this voiceover with wired headphones because I've tried to use my microphone and it doesn't work, and then I've tried to use the AirPods and it sounds like I'm in space. So the wire headphones work really good. I know I'm like probably making no sense right now, but even though the wired headphones work great, I'm like example A, I'm just so sick of wires being everywhere. It's just it's not the whole aesthetic purpose of them, it's just they're always in the way. Like it's like you gotta kind of like get away from them when you're vacuuming, so they're like little obstacles. And I mean, I'm used to them by now. I did grow up in the 90s, so I mean, nothing much has changed when it comes to the wire situation. I hope you guys are liking this whole talking clean with me, because instead of me like explaining what I'm doing, I feel like we're kind of past that. I've talked your ears off with like, well, narrating the video. I mean, if you guys want me to narrate, the clean with me, let me know. But I feel like narrating and then talking to you guys about other things just makes it a little bit more interesting. Also, I am using the water and vinegar method, and don't worry, the computer screen has a screen protector, so it's not going to ruin the screen. And I'm also moving Milo's pellets and his dry food near the projector because I felt like, you know, with it being next to the kitchen, it was just taking up way too much space. So as you guys can see, we are now down to 2 loads of laundry, and I'm moving pretty slow with it because, like I said, you gotta take turns with the washer and dryers here. So I don't want to be a stingy tenant, or a stingy neighbor I should say, where I'm like hogging the washer all day. So if someone puts their clothes above the washer, I'll just let them go next, and then I'll patiently wait. And yeah, it's not that big of a deal for me. Like, some people would get mad, but I really don't care. Like, at the end of the day, my clothes will get washed eventually. So right now I am putting all of Milo's toys away. Milo recently got a couple new toys. They were free because we had ordered him, it's called a burrito, a cat burrito. It's like you wrap them in it. It has Velcro, and we were kind of using that for a while when it came to like his injections. But now that we're on pills, we don't need that sleeve anymore, and he just plays with the toys that it came with. He absolutely loves the catnip toy, and it's so funny because when he was a kitten, or like even when he was 1 year old, like he did not like the catnip at all. I tried every way to give it to him, and he just didn't want it. The minute he, like, when I opened up the package of the cat sleeve and there was a catnip toy in it, he went crazy. Like, he was drooling, and I was like a little concerned because it was like a puddle of drool. And I guess that's normal because I've talked to my vet about it. I guess that means they're just like extremely happy and like comfortable. So yeah, needless to say, he really likes his new toys. A couple of the toys are under the fridge because he has Cristiano Ronaldo paws. That's what I always call him. Like, he is the kind of cat, like if he was human and the way he swings his paws, he would be like the top soccer player. I swear. I know it sounds like I'm over exaggerating, but this cat is just insane with his paw work. He's super fast. That's why sometimes we don't even like play with him when it comes to like the balls or anything, because like he'll whip it and all of it goes under the fridge. So I can just imagine how many things are under that fridge. And it's not like I want to move the fridge because it's not on wheels. So all that stuff is stuck under there because I don't want to scratch up the tiles. But yeah, do you guys deal with that with your cats? Like, do they put things under the fridge, under bureaus, under the stove? That is like Milo's thing. He wants to hide the toys, but then he'll cry later that he can't get the toys out, and neither can we. Now I'm just filming up the dishwasher, and I'm gonna focus on the kitchen. I will say this, when I film this video, you guys are getting 2 videos in one, and you'll see why in a minute. But you will see me clean the kitchen twice, and that's because I had to stop filming. But I absolutely love cleaning the kitchen, and maybe because it's like a separate small room compared to like the rest of the house, so it's like its own little area, so you can focus on one task at a time. And how my mind works, like when I'm cleaning, like I'll be in the bedroom, like you guys are seeing me clean in order, but best believe when I am cleaning in real life, I am not doing things in order. The only time I'm doing things like in order is in the kitchen because it's small and I can focus on one thing at a time. But when it comes to like the bedroom's next to the bathroom. So I find myself sometimes like taking the sheets off the bed, but then also going to the bathroom and wiping down the mirrors. And then after that, I will like start trying to clean the toilet. and then I find myself cleaning my hands and then going straight to cleaning like a random closet, even though the bedroom and the bathroom are not done. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I find myself kind of getting distracted when it comes to like an open concept with my living space. And I was the same way in my first apartment. Like, obviously you guys are seeing a more tailored or a more tailored cleaning. I don't even know how to put this in words. A tailored video. I hope you get what I'm saying, but needless to say, I am all over the place when I clean. I might look like I got it together, but I do not have it together. My mind is always racing. I'm always thinking. I used to be able to just like listen to music and clean, and lately I am just thinking about everything when I'm cleaning, and that kind of draws me to clean one area and then pause midway and then go to do something else. Yeah, I wish I wasn't like that, but I'm learning to give myself some grace. And the most positive part in this video is that I am finally switching over the med station because Milo is no longer doing injections. By the time you guys see this video, we will be on Milo will be doing pills for about a month now. So yeah, I'm just switching everything back down below because it was kind of hard to reach the glass jars. I'm only 5'4" and my boyfriend's also 5'4", so like the cabinets are pretty high up, so I'm like constantly on my tippy toes with like grabbing things, as you guys can see. But yeah, we do have a lot of stuff left over, like syringes, and everything is new. So when I do get contacted by like the Facebook admins, I will be donating all of that stuff to someone that is starting out with an FIP kitty, because thank goodness we are no longer on ejections. So you can see right here, this is like all of the leftover stuff, and there's more stuff actually in the closet. The only thing that we are keeping, like obviously the B12 shots, we're keeping the notebook, we're keeping because we have to like log everything regarding his like weight and just like when I do the B12 shots. But with the other injections, with the actual like vials, I'm just putting everything away. So I'm not going to resell any of the supplies, but I will be reselling the unused vials with the medication because that will help pay for the blood work visits, which is around $290 that we have to do every 4 weeks, and then it will help pay for pills. So again, you guys, like, thank you so much for helping us out with Milo's situation. Like, I know I say this in every video, I say this in every post, but literally never in my life did I think people would care this much to help a stranger out. And I don't want to get emotional because that is definitely the type of person I am, but with that all being said, then you guys can see a nice shot of him. But yeah, with that all being said, I know I'm getting distracted. You guys are literally helping me save my cat's life, and that is something that I don't know how to ever thank you. And yeah, he's doing great on the pills. Everything's going so well for him. Even we did our first blood work, and they are just amazed on how well the medication is working. Like, basically his blood work is showing up that he doesn't even have like FIP symptoms anymore. So you guys have helped us out so much. I have used all of the donations, and I'm also writing down like how much everything costs. So in another separate video, I will get a little bit more in detail of where your money went. So I'm calculating everything down. I know you guys don't need me to say this, but I guess it's just for general information in case anybody is gonna go through or is going through what I'm going through, because like when I asked around on how much this treatment was gonna cost, no one had a legitimate answer. And I know like every cat is different, but it was like the ranges were so crazy. It was like from $2,000 to $8,000, and I seen someone that went through treatment and was paying like $12,000. So yeah, it is extremely pricey. So far we have spent like all together around $5,100, and that's with your donations. So I'm not gonna like talk your ears off with this whole part, but yeah, thank you once again from the bottom of my heart, Milo's heart, my boyfriend's. Like, I owe you guys so freaking much for doing this, for not me but for Milo. So I'm checking in with you guys. This is actually the next day. I had something come up yesterday, so I had to stop filming and cater to that need. The house is still upside down. Everything is exactly where I left it, so you guys would not miss me fully cleaning this house. I will say the only room that is done is the bathroom right now. You will see everything that's done towards the end, like nice aesthetic shots. So the bathroom is done, which is great. The kitchen is back to being a mess because it is the next day. I just got done cooking lunch and I had to cook dinner last night. So yeah, I'm back to somewhat square one with the kitchen, but this is how real life goes. So not every day is perfect. Not every clean with me is as it looks online. So there are times when I have to stop cleaning and cater to something else off camera. So anyways, with that all being said, let's get cleaning. I think I'm gonna tackle the bedroom right now because it's kind of bothering me. It seems very claustrophobic in here with all the stuff everywhere. Also, I finished laundry yesterday, so that stuff needs to get folded, but I want to fold and put everything away when I make the bed properly. So enough of me talking, let's get cleaning. So I'm not gonna lie, I was going to change my shirt when it comes to vlogging this day, because I will be honest with you guys, I don't feel comfortable with how I look, and you know, with the 50-pound weight gain, and with me always saying that I'm gonna try to lose weight and I never do. So I'm giving myself some credit here that I'm finally just being a little bit more relaxed with you guys. And yeah, I have gained a lot of weight these past 3 years, but I am at the point where I'm so fed up of hiding how I look now, and I'm just trying to give myself a little bit more grace and just try to be thankful for everything like I would say more often than how I was before. And I used to just dwell a lot with my weight gain and with my finances. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still a work in progress, but instead of like dwelling on it and hiding myself from the camera, I'm learning to accept how things are right now and talk less and do more with my current situation. So with that being said, I'm finally wearing a t-shirt and somewhat being myself on camera for the first time in a couple of years. And thank you for those of you that are kind about my recent weight gain. Well, not recent, but my weight gain throughout the years. You know, it means a lot to me on, you know, how supportive you guys are, whether it's for Milo, for me. It means a lot to me, because being a full-time content creator is not easy. Like, especially filming these kind of videos, it takes a lot of courage to film yourself cleaning, especially when you've gained a decent amount of weight. It also does a toll on your mental health when it comes to the comment section and money. So yeah, this job is definitely not for everybody. Sometimes I feel like it's not even for me. Like, there's been plenty of times where, you know, I just want to delete my entire channel, and that's kind of not the way to go. I kicked myself in the butt for deleting Instagram because it has closed so many doors for me when it comes to like making extra income. So now I'm just trying to be more positive and, like I said in the beginning, talk less and do more. Also, I feel like cleaning, like when it comes to cleaning like this, it helps my mental health a lot. And like even though I'm cleaning my space, I also feel like I'm somewhat cleaning my mind at the same time, because like I said, I think a lot when I'm cleaning, and I'll talk to myself also when I'm cleaning, or I'll watch something. Like for instance, I'm watching an old 90s show here. I forgot what show it was, but if you guys want me to do like a video or a vlog on the shows that I've been watching while cleaning and doing things, let me know. I'll do a whole vlog on talking about the shows that are kind of old but still relevant in some way. But yeah, that's what's going on for this particular day. Just putting all the clothes away and going to like do some vacuuming. I didn't really record a lot this particular day because I did get a lot done, you know, the day that I was first filming this video, and I also didn't want this video to be extremely repetitive. So I'm just showing you guys like a couple things here and there, but I didn't go in like full detail of me putting everything away when it comes to laundry. I kind of just kept some things off camera so this video wouldn't be extremely long. As for these two baskets, I always keep my pajamas and some workout shirts in one basket, and then in the next basket I keep my regular underwear, my period underwear, socks, and my bras in this one. And I like it. These baskets are not cheap. I purchased them 2 years ago. I believe they were like $45 each, but they hold up, and I haven't experienced any of them falling apart. And yeah, I think it's a good idea if you don't want to fold your pajamas, well, you don't want to hang your pajamas, I should say. I think it's a cool idea to just put them in baskets, and they don't have to be like fancy like the ones I have. You can use any kind of basket. I will say the only baskets that I don't like are the cloth ones. I've had those in the past and they lose their shape within like a couple weeks. Also, I know I'm not like stating the obvious right now, but I was vacuuming up some soil that was on the ground because my amazing cat Milo likes to dig in my plant pot, and it's been a horror show with him digging in the plant pot. Speaking of horror show, as you guys can see, the kitchen is a mess again, but we're going to tackle that. Like I said, we're going to tackle that for the second time. But back to Milo, he has a tendency to dig into soil, and I don't know what he's digging for, but he has white paws, so his paws get extremely dirty, and it is such a pain in the butt to vacuum a carpet floor with soil along with clean his white paws. It's not fun. Anyways, the other day I found a sink plunger in one of our closets, and I'm pretty sure it's for the kitchen sink. So I decided to fill up the sink entirely with really, really warm water, and then I added some dish soap. Well, I added a ton of dish soap and then a ton of vinegar along with some baking soda, because I'm going to be soaking the I don't know what they're called. It's just like the stove, like the electric stove, the grate parts, the grates. So I'm going to be soaking those and scrubbing them for the first time ever. We have the black ones because they don't really show as much dirt and grime, and they don't get as rusted as the silver ones. So it works out pretty well when you clean them, whether you're soaking them or not. They work out pretty well because they don't really show how dirty they truly are. But best believe they were filled with a ton of grease, so soaking them in this solution helped out a lot. As they were soaking, which I let them soak for about a half hour, I finally found my gloves and decided to wet a magic eraser and start scrubbing the actual stove top. I find electric stoves very easy to clean rather than gas stoves, especially with these magic erasers. It just makes life so much easier because you don't really have to add too much force. Like the stains come out pretty easily. I used to clean the stovetop with just a sponge and some soap back in the day because I had the same exact stove when I had my first apartment and it wasn't working out pretty well. So a magic eraser works great, and how I save money with them is I cut them in half and I just use them, like I'll use one half this time, or like you don't even have to cut them in half, you can cut them in like rectangle shapes, so you can make them last by doing that. Instead of wetting the entire sponge, you could just grab, you know, a little bit of a half and start scrubbing. I also use the magic eraser to scrub these grates down, and it definitely worked, as you can see. You do have to add a little bit of force to it, but like I said, you can't really see how dirty these are, so that's why they're cool to have, but in the same sense, like, you know that they're dirty, example A, so it is best to clean them once a month. Yeah, it just takes some time to clean these things because you can't see how dirty they are, so they kind of mask them being dirty. It's cool when you have like guests over and things like that because they always look clean, but definitely I advise you guys to like soak them once a month and scrub them just so they stay nice and like oil free, and I don't know, it just looks a lot better when everything is like away from oil and just, you know, not as sticky, I should say. Hopefully one day in the future we are able to have a air fryer where we don't have to use as much oil, so the stovetop won't be as dirty, I hope. Another thing I decided to do is I took a Clorox wipe and I decided to wipe down our screen. I know some people take their screens down and put them in the tub. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. I don't want to break anything, so I just wiped it down and took all the dirt off from the winter time, and it worked out great. It only took me like less than 5 minutes. So everything is nice and clean now. I can focus mainly on wiping the table down. I'm still using the same wood cleaner from Method, I believe. This wood cleaner smells really good. It's not like extremely toxic like their antibacterial spray. It smells kind of like lemons, and it's also pet friendly, which is great. And I like how it doesn't ruin this wood table. Even though this table is used, I still want to make it last, and I try to take care of it as if we paid money. So I just wipe it down once a week with this wood cleaner, and then I put the little mats back on along with the coasters. Coasters is something that has truly helped us out a lot with not wiping the table down as often, because there's like no little rings with our glasses and stuff. So I definitely think it's helping out the cleaning process for me, along with the actual upkeep of the table. And now I'm just doing a quick vacuum. I will say I have noticed that my vacuum doesn't last as long as it used to. I think I need to change the battery, and it also needs a deep clean, so maybe we'll do that in the next clean with me. Not changing the battery because that's going to be expensive, but maybe we can deep clean the vacuum together, because I do find it very satisfying, especially with all the hair that's stuck in it. Don't mind my cat, he's terrified of the vacuum. I just wanted to show you how he watches my every move when I'm vacuuming, making sure I don't touch him So the dishwasher just got done washing everything. I put all the dishes away off camera, and I recently purchased these rosebuds. They were around, I think they were like $4 for this giant bag. I'm transferring them to a glass jar because I want them to, stay fresh longer. And the reason why I purchased rosebuds is because this has been helping me out at night with my sugar cravings. So I will have rosebud tea with some cardamom. I actually seen it on a Pinterest post, and it's been helping out a lot with my sugar cravings. But this is the overall look of how the apartment looks when it comes to like being nice and clean, and I wish it could stay like this every day, but life is not perfect. And even after filming a clean with me like this, the house can be upside down within like 2 to 3 days. It is what it is. Back then that used to drive me crazy, and now I'm just taking deep breaths and realizing that like life isn't meant to be perfect. And when you do clean, you can either do a deep clean like this or a 5-minute cleanup, and things are bound to get dirty again because you live in the house. I remember like in my first apartment, I didn't even want to cook half the time because I wanted the kitchen to stay clean. Like I was that crazy about being neat and clean, and it wasn't healthy for my mindset. So I'm happy that I have a somewhat of a balance now, where even though the house is kind of spotless, as you guys can see, within a couple days it won't look like this, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So kind of proud of myself that I overcame being a total neat freak. There's nothing wrong with being neat, it was just literally taking over my life. So I'm really happy that I found a balance when it came to my cleaning. Anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this talkative clean with me. Let me know down below if you want me to continue my clean with me's like this, or do you want to just hear more music than me talking your ear off? Then I would gladly do that for you guys. But yeah, that's all I have to really say. I will let you guys enjoy these last couple of clips of everything nice and cleaned, and I will catch you in the next video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Yes, I am back on those platforms. I'm trying to, do my thing. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on there. I'll have the links provided down below.